All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Philly Z and Meme Wave podcast. Now, one thing I need to quickly point out, actually, first of all, I'm going to introduce Mr. Meme Wave. Say hi.
Hello.
All right, now shut up for a while. Basically, I need to explain something real quick. The plan with the podcast content with me and Mr. Meme Wave was that we were going to be uploading it onto a totally different YouTube channel. But the reason I myself decided not to do that for the best is because I probably wouldn't be doing as well. And we kind of want our opinions and voices to be heard. So I'm going to be posting occasional podcasts on this YouTube channel, Philly Z, over the coming months and things like that. We're going to try to get some guests, aka, zombie YouTubers, not the big ones, not like Noah J. We'll never get to those, but hopefully we can get kind of smaller content creators and, have some topics to talk about. But today we will be covering a very interesting topic, and that is in relation to DLC 2 or the next round-based zombie map. We'll be talking about how we feel about where this is going and different things. So this is like kind of the first one that we're going to be posting out here. And if you enjoy it, be sure to, like the video, subscribe as always. Road to 20K. Join our Discord server. Link down in the description. Discord's funny. Yeah. Anyway, Mr. Meme Wave, do you have anything to just say off the bat? I don't know.
Am I allowed to talk now?
Yeah, I know. I told you to shut up. I'm sorry. That was kind of rude.
Shout out to the Discord. It's funny when it's alive.
Yeah, I'll try to get it back. But we're gonna have to change some things up about that Discord server. We need to talk about that in private, mainly because I'll be trying to get in different people that aren't exactly into Call of Duty /zombies. So we're gonna have to do some alterations to it. It'll still be concentrated on Call of Duty here and there, but it'll be concentrated on other games, blah blah blah. But anyway, the first thing I want to point out and talk about or bring up to you is, so basically they did like a season 3 kind of conversation talk. When was it? Like a few days ago before season 3 dropped. And I don't remember the person's name, but one of the people that was in the Zoom call, I'm pretty sure they were on recording and stuff like that, pointed out that Outbreak has more players playing it than Zombies itself had at launch. How do you feel about this? Do you think this is fact or cap?
Well, I think it's fact. Well, I don't see why they would lie about it, honestly.
It seems kind of sus. I feel like maybe at one point, but not anymore. I don't think there's many people playing Outbreak.
I think it might be more open. I think it might be true because Outbreak is a lot more similar to Warzone. So it bridges the gap between, like, say, the multiplayer and the Warzone players to zombies. They'll try out Outbreak first. They hear, oh, it's like Warzone where it's a kind of a big map, but there's objectives and stuff. The zombies. So like that bridges the gap then, because then once they play Outbreak, they're like, oh, this is cool. And then they try like Team Machina or Firebase.
I find Outbreak boring now. I enjoyed it so much when it released. I was like, hell yeah, this is what we missed from Zombies. But you see, back then I had the intent, I had the mindset of, okay, season 2, we're getting Outbreak. So season 3, or at least midway through season 2, we must be getting the next map. No, no, that's not the case. Not the case at all.
Well, I think they want to carry Outbreak a little bit further based on how, if it is as successful as they say, I can see why they're carrying out as long as they can.
That's my concern, is because if they say it's so successful, why do I see so many people complaining that it's like, why are they not doing any round-based maps? Why am I myself nonstop complaining about it? Like, what players are they talking about?
I'm not trying to like shit on the people who are saying that, but I guess it's just they've become like the vocal minority. Like they're the loudest in the room, but they make up the smallest amount of players. Like there's still loads of players playing.
Okay, true.
Like, there may be. I'm not denying there's loads of people saying it, but it might just be that they're the vocal minority in the sense.
I mean, remember the thing that happened? Like, I'm pretty sure it might be even still happening. It's the whole people getting banned for getting higher rounds.
I don't know if they fixed that or not. I do know the community manager response was kind of bad at the time,
but
and it did get them.
One interesting thing that I want to point out is that was only happening on round-based maps. So maybe that's why they had so many people playing Outbreak, is because people were scared of going onto round-based maps. So
Well,
that's why
I
they have
assume
so
their
many
data
people.
is from everything, not just from PC though. Like I can see PC making a good bit of it, but I
Oh,
don't think you can
PCs
just
are
use that as the
huge.
reason. I don't think you can use that solely as the reason for why Outbreak is succeeding.
But PC is a huge part of like Call of Duty now. I'm pretty sure, I'll be honest,
Kind
I
of.
think
Usually
I
PC numbers are a lot lower though.
oh no, that's the thing. It changed. And this is what I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure Fortnite changed that. And yeah, it's weird saying, Fortnite, we don't bring up that cursed name around these parts, but I guess I did. So basically, I remember everybody that played Call of Duty was just a console player. Nobody went on to PC. PC was poo poo. And then Fortnite
Yeah.
came around and everybody was in console, and people realized that playing on PC, not only do you have better aim, better frames, so you play better. So everybody moved to PC. Then a big game called Warzone came out, and that also had the same kind of situation. So people started upgrading to PC, and people who already were playing Fortnite with a PC moved to Warzone on a PC. So they just became PC players. And what did they do? They went on to Cold War, and some of them became zombies players or just play zombies. And what are they on a PC? So a huge amount of the players play on PC. I said PC a lot, but you know, it's I'm pretty sure PC gaming is more popular than it ever has been through Call of Duty.
I would
My
think
opinion.
that Blackout would have had a good bit of influence as well.
I probably, but I didn't play Blackout. I
Because
wasn't
I'm pretty
around
sure on
Blackout
PC
before.
it's a separate thing, like how you can have multiplayer and zombie separate. I'm pretty sure Blackout had an option to be separate as well on PC. Now I might be wrong, someone could correct me, but I think that would
Yeah.
have helped boost like obviously not as much as Warzone, because Warzone was on a better engine and stuff.
Mm.
But I think at the time, especially because it came, I think it was a year after Fortnite, or like yeah, a year.
2018, yeah, year.
Yeah. So I think that would have helped it. Like I, I can't say what I'm saying. Would that
Big shame
uh, yeah,
that they
big
did
yeah.
Blackout. Big shame. I didn't want them to do Blackout because it was a rushed
I've
game
seen a lot
mode.
of
It's
people
people
recently saying that
praising. They
people are going back.
praise Blackout now.
I don't know. Like Blackout was, I think Blackout was held up by the characters you could play as.
Yeah,
It's like
it's a
how
bad game mode.
Warzone
I
kicked
hate
off.
it. It does not play well for me. I tried it recently when I had to go get Diamond gameplay for a video, and I hopped in. It's literally horrible. It plays horrible. I don't understand why all of a sudden all these people showing up out of nowhere. As you said, it's a small group of people, but their voices are heard so much that it's just everywhere now. I think it's because of the hype that was around all the new map coming out, and people were like having high hopes for a Blackout 2.0, which was supposed to be the map, or like it was supposed to be called Blackout 2.0. They were supposed to like they were gonna just abandon Warzone, like the name. That would have been terrible, 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 terrible. You don't change your name. People are just gonna get confused. Just keep it Warzone all the time. Get rid of
Yeah.
Blackout name.
Well, I think Blackout is a cool name, but obviously now, like, because it's
Yeah, but
attached to
now
the mode.
Warzone is the thing that everybody knows. If you tell a
Yeah.
kid Blackout, like I don't know, because a bunch of kids play Warzone. Every game, always kids get onto that. If you tell them about Blackout, they're like, "What, Fortnite? No, Blackout. You know what Blackout is? What's that? Oh, you had to pay like a frick load of money for it, but yeah, it's on Black Ops 4."
Yeah, that was the problem with it. It was because I think they didn't experiment at the time. It was like they had it for free for like a week or two. And I think genuinely, if they made Blackout its own separate thing that was free, it would have succeeded a lot more. I think it was just because it was behind that €60, $60 paywall was
Yeah.
the reason why it kind of flopped. Because
Oh, definitely.
like Fortnite had the advantage because it was free,
Yeah.
whereas Blackout you had to pay €60.
Yep.
And
Or
there wasn't really a
70.
contest
I
there,
don't remember
or
to be
seven,
honest.
like or more depending on what you got.
Yeah. I know we kind of got off topic from the zombies thing, but I think still this is a very interesting thing to kind of mention because it's kind of annoying in a way with all the whole. How did we get on here? How did we get on to Blackout?
I don't know.
We just ended up here, but I'll mention it real
We're done
quick.
with the
There's gonna
bridge
be
between Warzone and zombies.
all PC players. That's how we got on
Yeah.
here. But I'll quickly mention something interesting. Midway through season 3, like season 3 Reloaded, we're getting Firebase Z, not Firebase Z. Frick, what are those? You know the big maps from Outbreak.
Yes.
I will become a little battle royale mode for multiplayer on Cold War, so you'll be able to hop into a basically battle royale mode style and play on those maps. So like only one of them, not the combined version of it. So basically battle royale, but for Cold War. I'm really excited for that.
I see that being good because that could be like Alcatraz, where it's like there's only like 40
Yeah,
people.
exactly. Very small map, and you just hop in, and basically, it says you can either win by being the last team to survive or exfil. So I don't know why they mean.
Or X. Okay,
I
that's
don't know.
interesting. Or Exfil.
Yeah, but there's gonna be a
It,
storm. There's no you spawn in with a weapon, so you have to look around for boxes to get weapons, shields, score streaks. They said you're gonna have to look for tickets to get revives. So I'm guessing that's like a reboot van situation or buying back. I don't know.
I see that being interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. But anyway, back onto zombies. Let's just get back onto zombies. So, one thing that I'm just going to bring up straight off the bat, which is the main thing we're going to talk about, is do you think Cold War Zombies is a failure or is failing or is dead?
No. I'm going to put right now, no.
I don't
I
like.
think Cold War is honestly in good standing at the moment, but I think it all depends on where they go right now. Because Cold War, compared to BO4, has had a great reception. They said that like there was behind the scenes talk where they didn't expect it to get loved as much as it is.
I really hope that
And
like the next Call of Duty has zombies as well.
and I think genuinely that now obviously like the reception now can go either way. If they keep on doing outbreak stuff, it could lessen, or if they put on
Mhm.
more maps, it could get greater. It all depends on which road they take. But right now, do I think it's failing or is it a failure? Absolutely not.
One thing I'll say is I hate the whole fact that all of a sudden, like when we got season 2 reloaded, a bunch of YouTube channels that started uploading is Call of Duty Zombies Cold War dying. The whole dying thing? No, 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 no. That's stupid. People saying that a game is dead need to understand what a game being dead means. It means there's nobody playing it. Nobody at all. Even okay, let's look back on freaking Call of Duty Black Ops 1. Is that game dead? No, because it has still servers running. You can find probably lobbies really easily. A game has to be dead if it has no players playing it. Is Zombies Cold War dead? No, because there's such a huge amount of people playing zombies. It's not everybody is a content creator. Not everybody is. I'm gonna throw some shots out here, but no, not everybody is. Should I do this? Will I regret this? Okay, not everybody is Lex that uploads a video nearly every single week complaining about Cold War zombies, and all he does is just bitch about the same thing nonstop, and sometimes he doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, Lex. Probably not watching this. I love you, but like, man, he complains a lot. A lot. Even with the PPSH video, he just bitched about the freaking season 3. I'm like, what do you mean? You're playing with a PPSH. How are you already complaining about this shit? Whatever. Not the point. But
I
zombies isn't dead. Zombies Cold War isn't dead. Is it failing? It's disappointing. It's not failing. So people saying it's dead, it's dying, blah blah blah, bullshit. You need to kind of understand what a dead game means.
also I just want to throw out. I think mainly he says he's disappointed because obviously no disrespect to the guy, but I think it's that like season one we have we had D Machine on launch, then we got Firebase Z, and then we got Outbreak. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that set the standard a bit too high
Oh,
where
very,
people like Lex
very.
were like they're expecting a new map every season.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
Well,
think genuinely, if we were to get a new map every season, it wouldn't be great. It wouldn't be as much work put into the map.
I hate to admit it, but I was one of those people. I was so confident that I was like, we're going to be getting a map every season. The way they're doing it with Firebase Z, the way they rolled into all this content, I was like, yes, this is what we're getting. This is the year for zombies. We're in April. We're stuck with just Firebase Z and D Machina. I love D Machina. Firebase Z, personally, not a huge fan anymore of it. Outbreak, not a huge fan of it anymore. So the only thing I have is just nonstop D Machina. And it sucks because I want variety. I don't want to be left
Oh,
off with only two maps or even three when the freaking game cycle ends in season 6.
I will tell you, you should give Onslaught another go. They did a big rework to Onslaught,
Oh, yeah, Onslaught, I
and it's
know.
pretty
It's
good
just
now.
I played it. I love it. It's great, but I don't want to play it because, like, number one, not everybody has it, and I'm thinking in like content creator wise, like as in when I upload a video, I need to think about people who have Xbox, people who have PC and PlayStation. I always get comments whenever I did like camo guy videos. They're like, "Oh, why don't you mention Onslaught?" That's because not everybody has Onslaught. Not every single person that watches me is playing PlayStation. That game doesn't become relevant until November. You know, not
Yeah.
everybody has PlayStation, and I hate that. I hate that Onslaught is not free, and I would love for people to experience it because it's actually great now. I love that you can hop into a multiplayer map like Nuketown and upgrade your weapons, pack a bunch of weapons, get score streaks, get ammo mods. It's great. It does kind of become boring at one point, but then you can hop onto like 15 different maps, and that's great. But it's not a round based map. It's not a map you can go for high rounds where it's, just classic zombies. That's what I want. I want a new map with classic zombie mechanics in it.
Okay, that's fair. I understand that.
And also the other thing I guess I should throw into all of this complaints and stuff we're talking about. Supposedly, according to Mr. Was it Craig? Yeah, I think it's Craig. We're not getting the new map until he said maybe season or no. Frick, I already forgot the way he said it. In a way, he was like, well, hopefully season 4. So it could mean later in season 4. It could mean season 5, or they could be pranking us like they did that one time when we got the Christmas update in season 1, and they were like, "Oh, you're getting a new map in season 2," but then we're like, "Wow, well, what about bam? Here's a map 2 or a month earlier." So maybe that'll happen. Probably not because we're still supposed to get an Outbreak Easter egg, which is supposed to drop on Thursday with season 3, but it didn't. I get it, COVID, whatever. But I watched a video where a person actually today, I don't know, I'll actually tell you. Oh, I think I got rid of the tab. No, I got rid of it. Basically, a YouTuber who was like really happy because supposedly multiplayer is now extremely balanced. They finally balanced it. And he pointed out a perfect reason. we keep I keep saying give the game some slack, or like don't give out to it too much because it released during a pandemic. Then why release it? Wait a few months, finish the game, finish the map so we can have content. I get it, we'd be stuck with Warzone or whatever, but I think it would be better to get a finished game than just a game with one map at launch. Then I guess we get Firebase and Outbreak, but now we're stuck with just reskins of multiplayer maps that they seem to be concentrating way too much on. In my opinion, they should slightly abandon the Outbreak stuff and just go concentrate on the round based stuff. Because I know that we all want round based maps more. I'm sorry, I'm talking way too much. I just had to. Yeah, go on. You fill in. You go now.
I just want to say a few things. What is it? I think just with like the whole releasing the game during the pandemic, like you were saying to hold off on it, I think they couldn't just solely based on like their contract thing where it's like there has to be like a yearly release. I
Well, you
think
need to
genuine.
make some sacrifices because of a freaking worldwide pandemic, in my opinion.
But yeah, but this is Activision we're talking about.
I know, I know, I know.
Like they're gonna like release it no matter what. Like I understand where you're coming from. I do think they should have maybe held off a couple months as well. But
Yeah.
I think just Activision is solely a company where it's like no release yearly Call of Duty.
Yeah, because they're probably like, oh, if we release it delayed, that means we have less time to release stuff until the next game comes out. But that would probably be cooler because that would be so much content. We would probably every week would get like new stuff in the game. That would be so cool. It wouldn't be as spread out as much. We probably would have kept the game, and probably the sales would be insane. I
Also,
think that would
just
have been a
based on the whole
smarter thing
season
to do.
4 map thing,
Yeah.
I think maybe it could drop earlier than that. I think that's just them covering themselves because they don't want to
Maybe.
say like they don't want to like do essentially what Cyberpunk did, where they announce a date and then it gets pushed back and then
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
pushed back and then gets pushed back. Like they want to give themselves a target where they have ample time to do it. If it's finished before then, put it out earlier. If like with season 2, Firebase got pushed to season 1 Reloaded,
Yeah.
they were probably just finish it by then, be like, okay, we're not going to sit on this for a couple months. Just
No,
release it.
not season 2 Reloaded, season 1 Reloaded.
Oh yeah, season 1 Reload. That's what I meant. Sorry, that they weren't going to sit on it. To be like, oh, we'll wait until it happens. No. So I assume like they're saying it's going to be done for season 4. But I just assume if it's done earlier, they'll push it out.
Uh,
Oh no. So just what is it? I think the whole thing with Outbreak as well. Outbreak, I don't think requires as much work as a main zombie map.
no, I'm talking about the Easter egg because they keep talking about this Easter egg. This shit better be good. This stuff better be big because
I
the
don't
way
think.
they're hyping it up. Oh my god.
No, I think they're just doing that to buy time. I think they're like they have like some of the team working on outbreaks while other teams work on the other maps.
The way they said with Outbreak Easter egg, they said it's all gonna lead into the next map. So the Outbreak Easter egg has to come out first. They said that
Okay.
whatever happens in Outbreak will be very big for the story. Will my boy Rick Toffin show up? Probably not, but you know.
See, maybe they could throw in Rick Tossels. I don't know, maybe. But I do think like I'm not going to doubt that. I'm just saying like maybe don't expect like a huge thing like the Orda Easter egg or something. Maybe expect something more like the Team Machina one, where it's just like a defense thing and then you flee. I think that's going to be what it's going to be like.
Oh no, I hope there's actually Easter egg steps that you're gonna have to go from map to map and try to find stuff and figure out stuff and solve it. Obviously, they said that they're
I
gonna be
hope
making
so.
Easter eggs easier, but still, an Easter egg should require a tiny bit of like time and just like in general, it's fun to look for the steps. And I'm so curious how it will work. Will it be a separate game mode, or will it be like you have to spawn in certain maps and do specific things first? Or sorry, different maps. Did I say maps? I don't remember. I think I said maps.
I can see it being like possible just through regular outbreak. I don't think there would be a specific game mode
Yeah.
where it's like you have to start the Easter egg, you have to go to the lodge map and activate this thing. So
Yeah.
like
What's the
it's like
lodge map? What the hell are you on about?
the ski one where it's like the big
Oh,
hill,
Alpine.
Alpine. It's like if you start off in the big forest, you have to like just work your way through until you get
Luca.
to the Alpine map.
Yeah. I'll give it to them. I really like the new map they added, but that's a multiplayer one as well. I just like the feel of it. Surprisingly, since we're from Ireland, you know the days when it's rainy and it's kind of cloudy and outside it's kind of, or
Mhm.
sometimes over summer when it's rainy and cloudy and sometimes it's kind of like uh really stuffy
Okay.
outside because it's warm.
Oh yeah.
That's what I feel like that map feels like. And I kind of enjoy it. It also has this weird tint to it. They all have this weird filter through on them. And I do like Dugga. But again, I hopped into it. I died nearly instantly because like Outbreak zombies are cracked at Fortnite, and I was done. I was done with Outbreak, and I just went on back to D Machina. Also, the
Yeah.
round-based maps are so much better because if you're a person who grinds for camels, which most of my subscribers are since I grew from that, um, you're better off just playing round-based maps. Are you ever gonna go for Dark Ether?
I will. I will just I think right now I know I do say I'll do a lot of stuff in like summertime stuff, but I do think I will join it because I found
I
it
mean,
like I found it a lot easier to do dark matter when I started actually like going for camos on like the Krieg and stuff. I was like, okay, this actually seems feasible.
it's just time-consuming. If you have the
Yeah,
weapons leveled up, it's easy. That's
yeah.
all I'll tell you. Um, for the ballistic knife is actually glitched out. To get camos, you need to like redo challenges multiple times or something. I completed all the challenges, but it's like, oh, you're 34 out of 35 to unlock gold, and I was like, what the frick? People were telling me on stream. Oh frick! I just hit my mic. Oops, my bad. Um, one thing that worries me about the new content coming out and whenever that will be is for me, who now became a zombie YouTuber, and I think I'm stuck being a zombie YouTuber on this YouTube channel. I'm scared of will there be enough content to make for zombies? Like as in I tested out the waters with the Warzone stuff, and I did have a slightly clickbaity title, and people did watch that. I got a good few views. I don't know if I got any subscribers. I can't really fully check the statistics there yet. But from what I tested out with Waters, I could start doing multiplayer and I could start doing Warzone, which I might have to do with the next Call of Duty. But I don't want to just be that person that whenever zombies comes around, that's only when I get viewers. I kind of wanted to be Call of Duty concentrated in general, but I stupid me concentrated far too much on zombies, and now I rely too much on content to be dropping in there. So seeing that season 4 is when we're getting the next freaking round-based map, I'm scared for my YouTube channel. I'm worried. That's why I kind of want to upload these podcasts there to have at least some filler content. But if season 4 is when we're getting the next map, that's going to be halfway through June. Yeah, halfway through June.
Well, I think it's similar to you can view this like kind of like drought in content similar to the break between I think it was DLC 1 and DLC 2, where it was DLC 2 and DLC 3 of BO3. I remember there was a massive gap. I think it was between 2 and 3 because at the time, and this could be similar to what's
Yeah,
happening
Gorod
now,
Crovey, I
where
remember, yeah.
they were working on two maps at once. They did Revelations first, and then they did Grow
Mm. But you see, the thing is, you already had banger maps on Black Ops 3. Shadows of Eva. Mwah! I guess you had the Giant, whatever. You had DE. Mwah! Zetsubo, whatever. But like DE
Don't
and
you fucking be dissing Zetsubo in my presence.
yeah, but let's be honest, people didn't play
Oh
Zetsubo. They
no,
probably played DE.
it had glitches at launch that fucked it.
So they had banger maps. Currently, we only have 2. There were
You got
rumors that we're gonna get small Nocturne Totem, and I'm so upset that hasn't happened yet. That's such a good map to just release in the style that it is. Just a small knocked. I guess even allow us to go upstairs. They don't. I don't think they realize they can just release reskin versions of the maps they already have, but it's smaller versions that will open up a bit of variety to the game. And they better
well,
release a Chronicles too, man. This game by the end we'll only probably have 2 or 3 to 4 maps. That's terrible. Yeah, we have Outbreak, but that's still terrible.
nothing's saying we could get like out of
terrible.
season content like we did with BO3. Nothing's like ruling that out.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we might get a year 2 of content for zombies.
Yeah, I think like we probably would have seen that in BO4 if BO4 was received better.
And yeah, at least Cold War is being received better, thankfully. It was anyway. It was amazing when it launched. Then it got quiet, obviously, but then DLC 2 came out, got a little bit of praise. Obviously, there were the certain YouTubers that I will not name out anymore that complained unnecessarily about the content, even though it was still pretty good. Then we got Outbreak. It was just so much stuff at once. It was so difficult to take in, but I was so happy. I was like, my God, was a good change to start doing zombies content. And February came around, March went through. Now we're going through April fully. Then we're gonna probably go through May fully, and then we're gonna go probably halfway through June, and then we're probably gonna go through all the way of June, and then July, and then August, and then September, October, November, new game, and we're gonna get nothing for zombies. I feel like they might actually drop a bunch of content at once. I have this feeling. I feel like they'll be like, "Here's a new map." A month later. Remember that we released that map? Yeah, here's another one.
I wouldn't be mad if they did that.
Oh my God, I'd freak out if they did that. That would just be a bust. Just busting.
No, I hope the maps would be like good and open. Like there's a
Oh
lot
well,
to do.
yeah.
But like, yeah, I wouldn't be mad if they did that.
I'd willingly pay for Chronicles 2. Just release it. You will get money because that will Chronicles 2 will have maps, the old maps, and there are the players that are probably like, "Oh, I remember playing this map back on Black Ops 2. Let's go buy this pack. Spend like $30.
good old days.
I remember when this was the shit."
I would like to see like some of those old maps on the new engine. I think they'd handle well. I handle better than BO4's engine at least.
And the style of Cold War in general. That would be very interesting to
Oh
see.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's dying.
No,
I don't think it's dead.
right now it's still strong. Like I think it's just the vocal minority are like almost impacting it. I think it is still strong at the moment.
And I
Now,
think
like I said, that can change, but I think right now it's strong in its position.
I think also the big fat issue is the content creators themselves, like us right now, me voicing my opinion. And I don't know whoever watches this if they'll go off out of this with the exact same opinion, and I guess I'll change it to where they're positive towards it, because content creators need to realize, like the big ones out there, how much power they have. They say something and people will listen to them and then follow them. If they say zombies is bad on Infinite Warfare, guess what happens then? Everybody hates Infinite Warfare zombies. Did that happen to the game? Hell yes. I'm using it as an example. That's exactly what happened to Infinite Warfare zombies. Content creators, YouTubers hopped onto zombies, were in the prey, or were mentally in the mind of Black Ops 3 is the greatest zombies out there. They didn't like Infinite Warfare, so they were like, we're doing Call of Duty Black Ops 3 content. Little kids and people that watched them were like, oh, this guy isn't playing Infinite Warfare. Let me ask him why on a video or stream. Oh, it's because it's bad. Oh, it must be bad. I guess I won't go play it. And then nowadays they go back onto Infinite Warfare zombies and they're like, wow, this is an actually good zombie game. I don't know why I hated it. Same thing is probably going to happen to World War II soon. It happened to the World War II multiplayer. It's probably going to happen to the World War II zombies experience. And same thing has happened to Cold War. Watch in a few years, people are going to come back to Cold War and be like, this was great. Why did I hate on it? You know?
Yeah.
I can't, just. Whatever. I don't know. I'm using this as an excuse to just give out a lot, and I'm barely letting you speak. I am sorry.
No, it's all good.
I'm just releasing so much of my thoughts that I have with myself. All right, hold up, it's sounding weird. Thoughts that I have sometimes, and I'm like, frick this, you know?
Yeah.
You like Infinite Warfare, right?
I do. I think I haven't played the DLCs, but from what I've seen, it looks solid enough.
Even the
I,
Redwoods, I think it's funner with people.
I'm
That's the
interested
only
in
one
Beast from Beyond, but that's just because it has ghosts, extinction stuff.
Yeah, you like that stuff. Honestly, I'm really
Yeah.
interested in Shaolin Shuffle.
Shout
And
out to like those 4 fans of Extinction. I'm one of them.
dude, that's such a small part of like
We are
just
staying strong, my brothers.
watch become like the Extinction movement become. I found Extinction adult content. I think I told you about this, right? On Rule 34. I found Extinction not family friendly content.
That's terrible. Send the link. I would like for everyone to know at home that was a joke, a wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Sure, buddy. Sure.
Just sitting on that link every.
Yeah, it made me kind of uncomfortable seeing aliens doing weird stuff.
So what that cryptid do?
I'm just gonna change the topic because this is getting
Yeah,
weird.
let's move on.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Infinite Warfare Zombies.
Solid game.
It released with one map, Zombies in Spaceland. Then we got the next map, Raven the Redwoods. Then the next map, Shaolin Shuffle. Then the next map, Attack of the Radioactive thing. And finally, Beast from Beyond. They only had 4 maps.
The
in
final
Cold War.
nail.
Yeah.
The final nail for Infinite Warfare was unfortunately around DLC 2 because DLC 2 wasn't widely like received well. And on top of that, fucking Chronicles. It either came out. No, it didn't come out. It was announced. Like that was basically the final nail for it.
Chronicles murdered so many things around that time.
Chronicles fucking killed that game's reception.
Chronicles ruined my pocket money. I remember we had like the junior cert Irish like halfway exams in like secondary
I had to
school
wait
or
until after that
high
shit, brother. You
school.
guys got to play
Oh
during, bro.
no, don't you lie. We didn't. I finished the agreement with my family was because obviously I was 6 years old. I was still too young to really be like, frick you parents, I'm buying this shit. The agreement was once I do my last exam, unless you still had your exams later on, once I do my exam, I was able to go buy that, and also I bought extended storage. I remember 1 terabyte.
Which one of us played it early? So, because I remember there was one
Me
of you
and
that
me
played
and
it
me and Stuart, Irish Lizard.
twice. To bought early. So.
We bought it like when we were done the exams. That summer was wild. We played like GTA 5, I remember, Chronicles.
I'm every fucking like morning. It was what map are we playing?
Yeah,
Every
we played
fucking
from the morning. Now we usually play from like, well, for you it's 9 p.m., but like me and Stuart, we play from like 5 or something. You know what I really liked? I loved last summer. Yeah, we were stuck in quarantining, but man, I loved that summer. I look back on it, I'm like,
Oh yeah, that
those
summer
were
was
the
just
times. That
gaming.
was vibes. I've played so many campaign games. I've experienced so many cool things. I explored content on YouTube, even though in August I did have a health issue that really messed up a lot of stuff. And ever since August, I haven't been okay mentally, physically, and just in general. Life has become kind of poo poo since August. But from March, when we went into quarantine, up to August, life was the shit. I was vibing. Seriously, I was never happier in my life. Like those were great times. And it's crazy to think that it happened during a pandemic. I was just
Mad.
vibing. I was just vibing at home. Man, I love God of War. Play Last of Us. Play Last of Us 2. Uh Animal Crossing. Watched a bunch of TV shows. Did nothing over summer. Like as in I started going to the gym. I guess that was pretty progressive of me. I'll need to start again this summer. This isn't zombie related content, is it?
It is not.
Zombies go to the gym. Oh, fun fact. In
Did you
Outbreak.
know I saw a zombie at my local gym?
No, no, you'll like this one. In Outbreak, you have a very random chance of a zombie to spawn in with like a mohawk called Ronald Reagan, and if you kill him, he drops you a ray gun.
You're joking.
I'm
You're
not.
joking.
I'm not. I'm
I'm
not.
looking this up right now. I don't fucking believe you. What is this?
Ronald Reagan. They actually went in and just took the meme to another level, and I love that.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
uh,
What?
First the dance Easter egg, then Ronald Reagan.
Oh my god. He fucking. Oh my god.
It reminds me of like a Shaolin Shuffle zombie.
So apparently he can just spawn in any fucking thing, any round.
and
Like,
he,
because the guy
he
who
has a
gets the
high
clip, he's on round one basically of thing.
and he has a random chance of dropping you a ray gun. Now that is wild.
That's fucking wild.
It's cool. I love that. Fair play to I guess track for that one.
Hmm.
Is there anything really else to talk about? Oh yeah. Also artifacts are kind of wild on Outbreak now. Like you can find a teddy bear, you can find like a key card and stuff. It's not no longer just random pieces of paper that you find here and there. Like you can find little badges of Omega and stuff. They got creative with those. I'm looking at them right now. A mannequin head. What else is here? A little ether crystal. What's this? What would you call that? A freaking cassette player? Is that the thing?
Yeah.
Am I mixing up two languages? No, I'm
Sets
not.
for
Okay.
tapes.
Okay, yeah, no, because that's a word in Polish, but I don't know if I mixed up some words there. But yeah.
No, cassette players like it plays tapes.
In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, this is like really our first ever podcast. It consisted of just Philly Z talking about zombies and being pissed off at people and stuff like that. Cold War Zombies is not dead. Do not worry. It is not dying. It is just in a state where we're stuck. We don't know where it's going. but I trust in Treyarch, and I hope that they release a bunch of content. These podcasts, I don't know how many times it'll happen, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes. We'll see how many people watch this. Probably not a lot, I'm guessing, because this is, I don't know how long it is. Probably like just around 40 minutes or something, which is pretty good. It's not that bad. But if you're by any chance listening up to this point, thank you. Thank you to listening to my bullshittery and Mr. Mimoy's bullshittery. And
Yeah.
if you're interested, we could probably just go off and talk about stuff. We might be actually joined with another person next time called, you might know him, Irish Lizard or something. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. We'll try to get some guests on here as well. We'll see where that goes. It's just going to be a little bit time consuming. But thank you all for listening. I don't know what I'm doing. Do you have any last thoughts to say before we end it?
Extinction was good and you're all cowards.